following is a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go for the guys' game. And like I said a little while ago, it's just as important as that girls' game right there. And maybe, I don't know, we'll just have to see how things go, as the Lady Dragons might have been pushed out of the playoff race there, but we'll see how things come about here. Still got a couple things to come up here. This is just as important here for the Shelbyville guys on of the year. 6-4 in the district for the West Sabine Tigers as well. But the West Sabine Tigers were able to get the victory over the Shelbyville Dragons in the West Sabine a couple weeks ago as well. So now with them right there, how you doing? Right now, West Sabine's trying to hold into that number 3 spot because it's pretty much Torino, St. Augustine, and West Sabine. And you got Corrigan, Camden, and Shelbyville in there trying to get into that number 4 spot right there. And Corrigan, Camden, and Shelbyville have to play each other coming up later in the season here. So Corrigan, Camden, who lost to West Sabine last Tuesday when we were there for that ball game in West Sabine, now puts West Sabine in that number 3 spot. Corrigan sitting in number 4. Corrigan beat Shelbyville earlier in the year. Shelbyville's going to have to play them probably that last game of the season. That could be for that final spot. Just got to see how things come out here. But the Dragons going to have to win tonight to keep pace to even have a chance at that number 3 or 4 spot coming up here, as there's a couple weeks left into the guys' basketball season. We're sitting ready to go here for some basketball tonight, as we got the West Sabine crowd up in behind us, and we got the Shelbyville crowd over here. It is senior night. As we're getting ready for the start of this one, we're going to turn it over to, I think maybe Coach Harrington's going to be bringing into the crowd as we get ready for this one here tonight. So we'll send it up to them, and we're ready to play some basketball here in Shelbyville, as the Dragons going to look to see if they can keep pace here, and the West Sabine Tigers going to see if they can get another win over the Dragons to push them a little bit farther down and to get themselves into that solid 3 spot for the playoffs, where they're sitting right now in number 24. So setting ready to go here for the start and the introduction of this one. We're going to turn it over to the PA announcer. We'll be ready for the start of this one here on NETSN.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending tonight's matchup between the West Sabine Tigers and your Shelbyville Dragons. Before we get started tonight, the Longview Basketball Association Officials Chapter has lost a member in memory of Corey Brown from Longview Basketball Officials. I'm going to read: the officiating community is a family in ways that are difficult for outsiders to fully understand. The countless miles traveled together, long phone conversations, games worked side by side, and the shared meals and fellowship that followed. On Thursday, February 5th, we lost not only a respected official, but an even better man. Corey Brown's presence, dedication, and friendship will be deeply missed by all who had the privilege of knowing him. All donations will go directly to supporting Corey's 2 children, his daughter, age 18, and his son, age 10, to assist with future needs.
All right, everybody, attention please at this time. Everybody, listen up. We're going to do a moment of silence for Mr. Corey Brown, out of respect for his colleagues that are calling the game tonight, out of respect for the brotherhood of basketball that he was a part of, and out of respect for East Texas in this game. So please, at this time, stand for a moment of silence for Corey Brown.
Thank you. And now we will meet the starters for the West Sabine Tigers. At guard, number 1, Jaden Curtis. At guard, number 2, Prince White. At guard, number 12, Brennan Richardson. At center, 23, Ladarius Bennett. And at forward, number 4, Jacoby Harris. The Tigers are coached by Nick Williams, Chris Williams, and Damon Horton. And now for the starters for your Shelbyville Dragons. At guard, number 0, Brian Scarborough. At guard, number 1, Gavin McDonald. At wing, number 5, Dallas Rose. At wing number 10, Jake Hargrove. And at post, number 24, Dallas Jones. The Dragons are coached by Marlon Cloudy, Nick Murray, Biosky, and Kobe Parker.
All righty, folks, there you go. Your starting lineups here. And like I said, we'll start off like we did with the gals game. I apologize, we don't have the scoreboard. We had a chat with Coach Wallace here. We thought we got that taken care of, but just didn't come to fruition for us, so that's okay. Just one of those things here, so we apologize for that there. So I'll be your live scoreboard and clock here tonight for big matchup. Like I said, the West Sabine guys and Coach Williams, they're just looking to keep moving right along. They're playing some really, really good basketball. I've covered them a couple times here this year. They looked really, really good here, and they looked really good against Corrigan Camden the other night. The Shelbyville Dragons have done some really good things along the season as well. They just need to come out here and have themselves one heck of a basketball game here tonight. As that way they can keep themselves in pace for a chance at the postseason. We'll see how it goes here. Hargrove and Jacoby Harris into the circle. We're set and ready to go. And West Sabine here for some baseball. See some of the West Sabine baseball players here as well. Good baseball program as well as the Shelbyville baseball program. We got them number 3 in 2A to start off the season here. Ball in the air. Harris gets it up here now, and it will be controlled here by Whites. And he'll drop it off now to Curtis. And Curtis will set it up and get her going here against this 3-2 defense of the Shelbyville Dragons in the middle. Finding Bennett. I'll throw it back out. Curtis. Oh, nice job finding Jacoby Harris in the middle. Harris is going to be fouled as well, so Harris get a 3-point opportunity. First foul here on the Dragons. That one was going to be on Jarek Hargrove, number 10. So Harris at the line, trying to click the 3-point play here, get the Tigers up 3-0 to start, and does. So full court pressure here now by the Tigers as Gavin McDonald bringing it up the floor. Stays with. It's going to be a foul there on Harris. He'll feel up his first. And now, full pressure here. They get up here to Dally Jones, to Dally Murray. So we got a bunch of Dallies out there. Send over here now to Dallas Murray here on the right side. Nice job shutting that down for the Tiger defense. And Scarborough send it back over to G-Mac. Gavin back to Scarborough. Going to find Hargrove to that left corner. And Hargrove trying to throw it back out there down to Gavin McDonald, but it'll be a backcourt violation. And the Dragons a little out of sync here to start off. What's up, Coach? Hey, Coach, how you doing? So on the inbound here come the Tigers. Or it'll be Curtis. Send it back over here now to White. White's Segment's go launching the three, left wing, and that's off the mark. Out of play to the Dragons. They're gonna say it was tipped. So they're going to say it was tipped, so it's going to be out of play. It'll go back to the Tigers there because they're going to say it was off of the fingertips of the Dragons. So on the inbound, going to look to get it in here to Harris. Harris knocks it around, bounces around Harris. Gets it in the hands here of Hargrove, and here's another errant pass by the Dragons. So checking in here as Hargrove has the seat. Checking in here is OB Jenkins. Being on the defense. Send it back over here now to White. White loses the handle on it. Picked up here is Scarborough. Scarborough and White to the rack. Scarborough to the other side. Can't get it to go. Oh, McDonald can't come out of that rebound, but Curtis does for the Tigers. He'll push it up over to the right side. Send it down to Richardson. Richardson back to Curtis. Top of the key. 3-ball. Will not go over two at that 3-point line. Scarborough coming out there with it for the Dragons. Trailing 3-0 here to start. 6:20 to play. We're going to get a timeout by Coach Cloudy as the defense got the Dragons kind of stymied here in the backcourt. So we'll take a break with them. 6:20 to play. We've got a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Back here on the inbound, it'll be Scarborough. Get it across the line, and the Tigers knock it away, and they end up with it. Does a White here into the backcourt across the line. Here comes, send it over to Curtis to the right side. Curtis down the side, a contested shot won't go. Dallas Murray brings it down, finds Scarborough, pushed up here along the right side. Scarborough bounce past to Jenkins. Jenkins gets covered up there by Bennett. Kicking it back out to McDonald. Gavin with a nice drive. He'll be fouled on the drive, and McDonald will head to the line for the Dragons, shooting 2. Trailing 3-0 with just under 6 to play here. That's going to be a number 1 on Bennett. Second team foul here on the Tigers end of the quarter. Gavin back of the iron, no good. Second one for Jones, one for McDonald, since Haywood doesn't go down. And a rebound coming out here by Harris. Send it back out to a White. 5:40 to go. Tigers up by 3. Trying to figure out the defense here on the Dragons. The Dragons playing some good defense right now. Send it back over here now to Richardson. Richardson back out on top. Gets knocked away there by McDonald. 2-on-1 basketball. McDonald. Scarborough behind him. Scarborough gets the rebound and gets it to roll back home. Good job between Scarborough and Bryant. Or Scarborough and McDonald. Get the 2 points there, get the Dragons on the board. 3-2, 5:10 to go into the first quarter. Over here now to Richardson. Richardson to Bennett at the free throw line. Steps inside, short jumper, good. Bennett makes it 5-2. 5 minutes to go. McDonald on the inbound here. Knocked away from behind by Harris. Out of bounds now for the Dragons. It will be Dragon basketballs. They'll get it, try to get it across the timeline here. Now they get it to Scarborough. Scarborough brings it across against Richardson. Double teaming him out here, trying to get that half-court trap. But get it up here to Murray. Murray puts up the shot in front of the rim, no good. Looks like it might have went off of Curtis, and it does. And it'll stay with the Dragons as McDonald will go down to bring it in with 4:36 to play in the first. Dragons trail 5-2. Inbound, nice job to inbound there. Scarborough gets fouled by Harris. That's going to be number 2 for Jacoby here early into this ballgame. Still over 4 minutes to play here in the first. And Scarborough will go to the line, shooting a couple. Trying to cut into this 5-2 lead here. Third team foul on the Tigers. Brian Scarborough. All 3 points for the Dragons. Knocking it down at the line. Second one. Good. Good job there by Scarborough to make it a 1-point ball game. Tigers get on the inbound. Throw it up ahead here to Harris. Harris across the timeline. Harris, nice move right to the rack. Loses the handling on the way in. Murray grabs it up, throws it up ahead here to Scarborough. Beautiful pass from Murray to Scarborough. Nice job at transition for the Dragons. They'll take the 1-point lead. Up ahead here to Richardson on the inbound. And 4:15 to go. Richardson going to get a reach around failure from Scarborough. And that is going to be number 2 on the Dragons in the quarter. First one on Brian Scarborough. Out of bounds play here for White. And they'll throw it in here now to Curtis. Curtis finds Richardson to the left side. Bounce pass in the middle there to Bennett. Bennett back out here to Richardson. They're too strong on the pass. Just a little bit too much. And out of bounds, back to the Dragons it goes at the top of the bench. Scarborough will be ready to bring it in. As McGowan will come in here now for Bennett for Coach Williams and the Tigers. Scarborough on the inbound finds Murray. Murray to Scarborough. That's going to be a foul there. And that may be number 3 on Harris. Oh, boy, I tell you. 3 fouls on Jacoby Harris here with halfway through the first quarter. He's unfortunately going to be sitting for a while for Coach Williams. Definitely not what you wanted to have out of Jacoby. But he's picked up 3 fouls here in this first quarter. 4 minutes to go. Beneficial there for the Dragons. Murray for 3 in the corner. Off the mark. First 3 won't go. Dallas Jones with the rebound. Can't get it. Jenkins with the rebound and won't go. Jones with another rebound. Puts it back up, and Dallas Jones is going to be fouled. He'll head to the line. Way to stay with it, Dallas Jones. Him and Jenkins working hard there at the rack in the post and getting those extra shots and getting one. Doesn't go, but Jones finally gets the rebound and ends up at the line. That's the 5th foul here. The first one on White, 5th foul on the Tigers. So 3:43 to go. The Dragons will be at the line, and you can't miss them at the line, though. Dallas, first one off the mark, trying to give him a 2-point lead here. Heading back down the back half of 3:43 to play in the first quarter. Jones good. So now Jones checks out of the ball game. Cartwright checks in. 7-6 should be the score here. Ball gets knocked away. Into the hands here, Scarborough. Scarborough dumping off Murray for 3. Oh, and it rattles in and out. Another miss there by the Dragons. Up ahead. Come the Tigers. And will be White. I got 7. The scoreboard got 6. We got to check on that, but we'll see. But we're going to get a timeout by Coach Williams with 3:15 to play here in the first quarter. We'll take a break right along with him. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down home stuff to down home storage. That's what I did.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go after the timeouts, and it is a 7-5 ball game. That was right. We had the score right there. They got it right. And it will be an out-of-bounds play for the Tigers. They'll have it here at the top of the Dragon bench. It will be White with it back here from Curtis as they work to the left side, back to the middle. Fuller in the ball game for Coach Williams here. And also into the ball game here is Richardson. Richardson's been in the ball game. Jenkinson almost gets a steal here, working hard underneath there is McGowan for the Tigers, and he's going to pick up the foul on the shot as he tries to take it up. And McGowan will head to the line shooting a couple. And I believe that's going to be a foul on Jenkins. 3rd team foul on the Dragons, but it was a shooting foul, and that will put McGowan on here. We're going to find Murray for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound here by the Dragons, try to save it. Nice job. Jenkins throws it in, but it's recovered there by the Tigers. Tigers up ahead here. Nice job. Curtis to the rack, it scores. That's a nice job there by Curtis. It's a good play. And it ties it at 7. Dragons get it back here with 2:20 to go. Up ahead. Jenkins back to Scarborough. Now to Murray. Murray back to Scarborough. Get it down here to McDonald on that left side. Thought about the 3, drives the baseline. Nice job there along the baseline for Gavin McDonald. His first points. And the Dragons back up by 2, 9-7. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Here comes White. Throws it up ahead here to Fuller. Fuller to the left side. Fuller bounce pass. Nice bounce pass there to McGowan. McGowan short jumper won't go. And McGowan will be fouled. And he'll head back to the line. He's 0 for 2. And that will be number 4 on to the Dragons as Dallas Murray comes back in here. Also ready to check in is going to be Modo. That'd be Morgan Doggett ready to check in. That's number 1 on Cartwright. As McGowan to the line here, shooting a couple more. 1 for 3 at the line so far here for the Tigers in the first quarter. And up and good for McGowan. Murray, Doggett, and Pitts into the ball game for Jenkins, Cartwright, and Scarborough for Coach Cloudy. And trying to tie it up at the line right here is McGowan on the back half. Pocket iron, no good. Rebound here by Murray. Falling down. Ball's loose, and it goes off of Murray. Murray kind of got some traffic there, lost his footing, and as he falls down, the ball goes out of bounds and goes right back to the Tigers. So on the inbound with 1:45 to go, Curtis will get it. And let's set it up here for the Tigers. Curtis, McGowan, White. Oh, nice job under there to feed to McGowan, but McGowan can't get it to go. Fuller also and Richardson on the floor for Coach Williams. Miss on the shot. Dragons have the lead by 1, 9-8 with a bucket and a half to go. McGowan coming across the timeline here. McDonald's going to pick up a foul. That one's going to be on Richardson. All right, so a little discussion. Now they got it right. And looks like we got a flat tire over there. Got to get on over to Joaquin Tire, take care of that flat tire. You need new tires or even fix that flat tire. They'll take care of it for you. That's a Joaquin Tire. Gavin McDonald, up and good. Trying to make it a 3-point lead here for the Dragons with 1:26 to go in the quarter. And does. Nice job, T-Mac knocking them both down. So with 1:20 left, here come the Tigers trading by 3. And it's Curtis across the timeline for West Sabine. They'll send it over to White to the right side. Trying to find Fuller in the middle, cutting across the paint. Back out to Curtis. Curtis off of White's foot. Ball's on the floor. But a nice job by White to pick it up. Finds Richardson over to the right side. Back to White. White trying to work his way down here against Pitts. And a nice job on the defense by Jones. Jones did everything he could. But White gets it to fall. That's a great play there by White. And here now to Pitts. Pitts pushed up the floor here for the Dragons here to the right side. Pitts bounce pass over to Jones. Jones up too far underneath. He loses the handle on it, and the Dragons turn it over. That's one of those unfortunate turnovers. You just can't do that. Can't have those turnovers there. So 48 seconds to go. Dragons up by 1, but they turn it over, and they'll give it back to the Tigers with a chance to take the lead here before the end of the quarter. Still plenty of time. The Tigers bringing up the floor with White and Curtis. Now after the free throw line here to Richardson. Richardson bounce past to Fuller, working along the baseline. Oh, nice play there, but Fuller can't finish. McDonald going to be fouled by Richardson onto the rebound coming up. Second one on Richardson, and McDonald will go back to the line shooting a couple more, try to give the Dragons a 2-point lead here, or a 3-point lead with 28.5 seconds to go. A lot of fouls being called here in this first quarter. Jarek Hargrove going to check back into the ball game here after the first shot. McDonald steps back to the line. He's 2 for 4. Gavin, 4 points in the ball game for the Dragons. And that one's off the mark. Brian Scarborough checks out for Jarek Hargrove. Bryant, 6 points into the quarter. Doing a great job here running it for Coach Cloudy. And back to the line here is McDonald. Up and good. Good job there by Gavin. 2-point lead here. 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Curtis comes across the timeline. Send it over to the right side. Back out here to Curtis, up underneath here to Richardson. Richardson, there's a steal by Dallas Murray. Got in that pass lane, throw it up ahead here. 2-on-2 basketball. McDonald at the rack and gets it to go. Nice job there on the pass. Dallas Murray to Gavin McDonald. Good transition for the Dragons that are up by 4. 5 seconds to go. Curtis across the line. Curtis, long range three, top of the key, will not go. Out of play. Dragons will take a 14-10 lead to the end of the first quarter. And we'll be right back here on NETSN.
Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in Center has the agents to take care of all your insurance needs. They remind you to update your policy after a life change, never put off the death policy conversation, and always have home insurance or renter's insurance. Whatever your insurance needs or questions are, or even if you need to make a payment, Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in Center.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
All righty, folks, back here. Second quarter ready to get underway here as the Dragons lead at 14-10 over West Sabine. West Sabine got themselves in a little bit of foul trouble there in that first quarter, so see if they can stay out of that here. Not too bad here for the Dragons. As the Dragons will have the basketball, they have a 4-point lead here to start the second quarter. And it will be Hargrove, Jones, Pitts, Murray, and McDonald on the floor here for the Dragons. It looks like it's Curtis, White, Fuller, Bennett, and McGowan for Coach Williams and of the Tigers. Jared Hargrove down here in the corner on the right side. Back out on top. Oh, McDonald with a good job there saving that pass. That almost got away from him. That one gets away from Gavin. Fuller comes out of there with it. Back up the floor here. Going to find White. White knocked away by Pitts. It looked like that was all ball, but they're going to call a foul there on Pitts. Good job by Jada Pitts. Get back there and knock it away. But they are going to call a foul there on Pitts. So 7:32 to go. And the foul called there on Pitts. That'll be his first foul here on the Dragons. And stepping up to the line here will be Curtis. I'm sorry, it will be White. Shooting two. Back of the iron, no good. Scarborough going to check in here for Pitts and the Dragons. Second one on the way for White. Cannot get it to roll home. We're going to get a lane violation out there by the Dragons. Going to get a lane violation. Going to give them another opportunity at it here. So the first one out the mark. So try to make it a 3-point game here. So giving White another opportunity here. As a lane violation. Third one on the way. Cannot get it to go. Hargrove with the rebound. And here come the Dragons back at the floor. McDonald's going to catch up the loose ball here down in the corner. He's going to get double teamed. Throwing it back out here to Hargrove. Now down in the corner. Murray for a three. Cannot get it to go. Rebound there by McDonald. McDonald. A lot of activity here. There was a all got to get away here. Going to try to keep the cooler heads and make sure everybody's okay. Just a little chippiness out there between the two teams. Good rivalry here between these two. So that's a turnover back to the Tigers. They'll have it coming up the floor here, trailing at 14-10. 7-10 to play here in the first half. Fuller at the free throw line, trying to get in the paint, and he's going to get called for a foul by Hargrove, I do believe. And they do call that on Jared Hargrove. That's his first foul. Out of bounds play. That's number 2 onto the Dragons here into this first minute. So a little hand checking going on. All right, Bennett's going to come into the ball game now for Coach Williams. And got to bring Fuller out. So on the inbound, White on the inbound here for the Tigers, looking to get it in. Get it in the corner here to Richardson. Richardson knocked away from behind by Scarborough. Is going to stay out of bounds. It was off the Dragons. It'll be Tiger basketball. So White looking to get it in once again. On long inbound, finds Curtis out here on top. 7 minutes to go. Back to White here to the left wing. White will pull it back out here now, trying to drive. Kick it over to Curtis to the right side. Curtis down the side. No, ball knocked away there. Bounce pass up inside here. And Jones, Dogga had it, but it gets knocked away from behind. White taking it in. White can't get it to go, but it'll be fouled by Jones. And Jones will pick up his first, but White will head back to the line. He's 0 for 2. He'll head back there shooting a couple more. As getting ready to check into the ball game, the man, Swindell, getting ready to check into the ball game for the first time here for my broadcast this season, and it's good to see it. White, it's off the back of the iron, won't go. Swindell checks into the ball game. Good to see man checking into the game. 6:43 to go. White trying to hit the back hatches. There you go. They've been on that 10 for a little while. That'll get them off of it. First points of the second quarter there for the Tigers. 14-11. 6:39 to go. Here come the Dragons. Send it over to Swindell over to the left side. A little too high on the pass. And the Tigers get it back. But the Dragons going to tighten up the defense here. White throws it up ahead here, and Richardson finds McGowan. McGowan finding Bennett. Good job there by Hargrove to get back. Bennett had a wide open lane. Now they get it to Bennett here in the middle. Richardson, left side three. Side of the iron won't go. Bennett jumps up there and takes that rebound out of there. Good job for the Tigers. Into McGowan. McGowan will get it in, and he'll score. Now to make it a one-point ball game, 14-13. Get down to 6 minutes to play here in the half. And the Dragons looking for their first points of the second quarter here. 2 minutes without a bucket. Scarborough, left wing, free ball, short. 0 for 5 at the three-point line here for the Dragons. Back up the floor now, Richardson for the Tigers. Gonna drop it off here. They'll find White with 5:44 to go here into the first half. Going to give the Tigers a lead. Curtis, call for the walk. Dragons keeping the lead here, and they'll get it back. And Scarborough will throw it on the inbound here, and he'll find McDonald will give it back to Scarborough across the timeline. Screen from Jones for Scarborough. Hargrove to the left side. Swindell. Back out to McDonald. Finding Hargrove working along the baseline. Nice job. Get in there. Jarrett Hargrove with his first points of the ball game. Nice job. Gavin McDonald dropping the dime, and Hargrove running along the baseline and dropping it off for the bucket. Back up by 3. Go to Dragons. 5 minutes to play here into the first half. Tigers have the basketball. White and Curtis out here on top. Send it back over to Richardson. Richardson driving in the paint. Richardson high off the glass. Can't get it to go. Scarborough gets the tip out on the rebound, and that was a carry. And I tell you what, Tiger crowd and to the bench over there really wanted that one. McDonald, Swindell for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Richardson. Back on the floor now. Come to Tigers. White pushing the action here to the left side. And that's going to be an offensive foul on White. Extending that arm out there just a little too far. That's number 2 on White. Third, only the first team foul here on the Tigers on the quarter. 4.5 to go. Dragons up by 3 with the basketball. Another good screen here is McDonald. Get it down to Swindell down the corner. Launching the 3 once again. Can't get it to go. Off the mark. That's going to be Hargrove over the back. That's going to pick up his second. Could be over the back of Richardson. That's still 4:20 to go. Checking into the ball game here is going to be Jenkins and Pitts. Hargrove and Swindell going to check out of the game. So coming up the floor now, Richardson. Gives it back to Curtis. Richardson left side. All the way back across, and there's a nice job. McDonald gets a hand on it. Trying to get it across there to White on the cross-court pass, but knocked away there by McDonald. Inbound here to Curtis. Curtis. Back to White. Curtis. 4 minutes to go in the half. Nice bounce pass back over to White. White driving in the lane. Can't get it to go. Ball's loose. Rebound into the hands here of McDonald. 2-on-2 basketball. McDonald to the rack and score. Gavin. 9 points in the game for the Dragons. They're up by 5 with 3:40 to go in the half. Back up the floor now. Come the Tigers. Left side. Bounce pass in the middle here. McGowan, jumper in the paint. Can't get it to go. Jenkins traces down the rebound. Ball's loose. Out of bounds. Dragon basketball. Watch out for my boy Carter down there on the end of the bench getting run over down there. Got to get out of the way down there, Carter. Get that water bottles out of the way. 3:26 to go. That's part of being the basketball manager. You might get run over. Dragons back up the floor here. That's a walk by Gavin. And the Tigers needed that turnover here. Trading by 5 with 3:17 to go. And they'll get it on the inbound here as Curtis from White will send it into Richardson. Richardson, Bennett here on the left side, back out on top. Curtis and White, now let's swing it back here to the left side. Trying to find a little bit of room in that defense by the Dragons, but they did a really good job here in this 3-2 defense tonight. And that's a walk and a great job there by Pitts to get in there and grab a hand on that one. And Coach Williams not liking that call, but the ref right there, and he grabs a hold of it there and gets that extra step in there. That's the walk call. Under 3 to go. Dragons with the lead and the basketball. They lead it by 5, 18-13. Here's a half-court trap here. And that's going to be a timeout. So it's going to be a timeout onto the floor. So we'll take a quick timeout with it. 2:46 to go into the first half. 18-13, Shelbyville with the lead. We'll be right back here on the NETSN.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down-home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down-home stuff to down-home storage. That's what I did.
Alrighty, folks, back here, 2:46, timeout on the floor. And the Dragons lead it by 5, 18-13 here in this first half. Really, really needing a win here in this district here as we get close to the end of the season to keep pace for a chance at the postseason here are the Dragons. All right, so here we go on the inbound. It'll be Dragon basketball just past the half-court line. Scarborough, McDonald, Murray, Jones, and Pitts on the floor here for the Dragons. Curtis, White, Richardson, McGowan, and Bennett for the Tigers. Down the corner. Oh, Gavin loses the handle on that one, throws it up ahead. Are the Tigers. That's going to be a foul there. And that's going to be on Pitts. That'll be number 2 on Pitts. But that'll be the 5th team foul here on the Dragons. And that'll put White at the line. He's 1 for 4 at the line so far tonight. So 2:35 to go here. Here's White shooting 2 to try to get the Tigers into this 5-point lead that the Dragons have. Up and good for White. 4 points for him in the ball game. Trying to make it a 3-point deficit with 2:35 to go. Oh, it doesn't go down for him. Scarborough with the rebound. Here come the Dragons back on the floor. 2.5 to play, up by 4. 18-14. Down in the corner, Pitts. Send it back out to Murray. Murray, Scarborough. Bounce pass down the side to McDonald. McDonald at the rack. Nice job, Gavin McDonald from the right side. Takes it in and scores it, and a great dime there from Dally Murray. It makes it a 6-point lead, largest lead for the Dragons now with 2 minutes to play as the Tigers come across the timeline. Nice job trying to get it. Dallas Jones takes it away. Up ahead here now to Pitts. Pitts working against Curtis at the rack, and Pitts takes it in. And the Dragons now go up by 8 with 1:45 to go. And White will bring it back up across the timeline here. He'll drop it off to Curtis, and here come the Tigers. Looking for a good offensive possession. Bounce pass down inside. Scarborough knocks it away, but McGowan ends up with it. Back out now. Richardson in the paint. Good job by Richardson. Oh, it won't go, but Richardson is fouled, and he'll hit to the line. Nice job there by Richardson, taking down the paint, getting the contact. Thought he's going to get that shot to fall. And Richardson will go to the line for the first time tonight. Shooting 2, as that is the second foul there on Dallas Jones. And gets the shooter's roll, does Richardson. His first points of the ball game. 22-15. Checking into the game now. It's going to be Modo. That's Morgan Duggett. With 1:29 to play. Trying to cut it to 6 is White, and it will not go. Out of bounds off the Tigers to the Dragons. It will go. Tigers had a couple of guys there, had the same team going for that rebound, but it goes off the Tigers, and the Dragons will get it back up by 7. And McDonald will take his time, and he'll be down to about 1:20 to go as they come across the timeline here. Bounce pass up ahead here. Morgan Doggett for 3 from the right side. Can't get it to go. 0 for 8 at the three-point line here for the Dragons. 0 for 4 for the Tigers into this first half. Send it over to the right side. Curtis. Back out to White. Send it out back over to Richardson. Richardson bounce pass down the side. It goes off a bit into the hands here of Doggett. Doggett up ahead here to Scarborough. Scarborough can't get it to go. McDonald can't follow, but Scarborough comes out there with the rebound. Throw it up ahead here to Murray. McDonald for 3, left wing, can't get it to fall. 0 for 9 at the three-point line. A couple good ones, a couple of them have been really too good, but that was a couple of good ones. They're just not going down for the Dragons, nor the Tigers. They're 0 for 4. They have the ball back up the floor, trading by 7. Richardson back out on top here, this White. 30 seconds in the half. Richardson, Bennett, inside the free throw line. Bennett with a nice jump shot. He's got 4 to close it back to a 5-point ball game with 20 seconds to play. Here comes Scarborough back up the floor for the Dragons. He'll give it to McDonald across the timeline. Throw it up over here in the corner. McDonald or Doggett for 3, trying to get, but a nice job. That's more of a pass than anything else as Murray right there to receive that, and Dowdy gets his first points of the game. Back up by 7. The long-range 3 will not go. It will be a 24-17 lead for the Shelbyville Dragons over the West Sabine Tigers at the end of the first half. Halftime being brought to us by the good folks at Farmers State Bank.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in Center has the agents to take care of all your insurance needs. They remind you to update your policy after a life change, never put off the death policy conversation, and always have home insurance or renter's insurance. Whatever your insurance needs or questions are, or even if you need to make a payment, Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in Center.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial and ag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
All right, folks, it is halftime, and it's 24-17 Shelbyville with the lead, and our halftime stats brought to us by the very good folks at East Texas Motors right here in the center, handling your auto, gas, and diesel repairs. That's East Texas Motors.
When it's broken, it's got to be fixed. You've got to get from one place to the next. But wouldn't it be great if you didn't have to take out a loan to get it repaired? Don't worry, there's East Texas Auto.
Here at East Texas Auto, you can be reassured that your vehicle will be well taken care of and serviced, as communication and transparency are our #1 drivers.
Find them on Highway 96 North.
Already back here, your halftime brought to us by East Texas Auto Gas and Diesel Repair. And it was a 14-10 lead for the Dragons at the end of the first quarter. It is 25 to sit out. He picked those up halfway through the first quarter. He's got 3 points, but he's had to sit since then. He'll be out here and get a little bit of action in this second half here for Coach Williams. I think he's a little bit of a difference maker right there. 0 for 5 at the 3-point line. 5 of 13 at the charity stripe for the Tigers. It is Curtis with 2, White with 4, McGowan and Harris both with 3. Richardson has 1, and Bennett has 4. That's the scoring for Coach Williams and the Tigers of West Sabine here into this first half. Second half is on the way, and halftime, as always, being brought to us by the good folks at Farmers State Bank.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
All righty, folks, we're back here just about ready to go for the second half. As 24-17, the Dragons have had a really good first half here, and they need to keep that up here. Your keys to the second half brought to you by Ray Jones Chevrolet. Just keep up what they're doing. Both teams do, but like I said, I think that the Tigers got themselves a little bit of foul trouble, but they'll get a few of those shots fall. Neither team hit for that three-point line. If the other team gets hot from there, that could go a bunch of different ways. So here we go as we're underway here for the third quarter. Dragons have the basketball. And they'll kick it back over here now. There's a steal. Nice job getting in front of that pass there for Jacoby Harris. He's back in the ballgame. Like I said, he had those 3 fouls early into that first quarter here. And now he had to check out. And he's back in the ballgame. He's a big difference maker there. He can make a big difference in there in how the flow of the game goes. And with him in there, it could be very beneficial here for the Tigers. They'll have it. As Curtis brings it back out on top, set it up. Over here to the right side. White. Back to Curtis. 3-2 zone defense for the Dragons. Back out on top. Curtis. White here on the right wing. Dropping off underneath here to Richardson. The paint gets knocked away. Scarborough up ahead with it. Throws up to McDonald. McDonald ahead of the pack. McDonald 13 points in the ball game as the Dragons now go up by 9. Their largest lead. A minute gone here in the third. Curtis right to the middle of the paint. Curtis, a nice drive down the side, gets knocked away. And that could be, Richardson and Jones going for that basketball there. It looks like it's going to be off of Richardson. They're going to say Dragon basketball. So Murray, McDonald, Scarborough, Jones, and Hargrove on the floor for the Dragons. On the inbound here, they're going to find it up to Scarborough. Scarborough trying to push up along the left side. Loses the handle on it, but throws it back out after gathering it up. McDonald working here against Harris, Richardson, White, Curtis, and Bennett on the floor. Oh, sorry, that's McGowan on the floor here for Coach Williams. Dowley in the corner for 3. Murray can't get it to go. The rebound comes out here by Hargrove. Hargrove throws it back out on top. Scarborough, the right side of the paint, stopping and popping. Brian Scarborough, 8 points for the Dragons. They go up by 11. Now the Tigers need to try to figure out how to just keep chipping it away, get it up here to Harris. Harris, bounce pass down the side, going to call a walk on Harris before he gets rid of that pass. So the Dragons get it back now with a chance to increase the lead. You cannot sleep onto this Tiger team. The Dragons have got to play every possession to the fullest and try to get a bucket every way you can, because these Tigers can score and they can come at you quick. Oh, Gavin McDonald. Looks like he blew a tire out there. Got to go see Joaquin Tire for that one. Up ahead here, Harris driving in to the left side. And first points for the Tigers here. Almost 2 minutes into the quarter. Throw it up ahead here. Hargrove from Jones. Back out now to McDonald. McDonald driving the baseline from the right side. He'll be fouled and hit back to the line. Gavin McDonald 3 for 6 at the line tonight. And with a 9-point lead. 5:54 to go. McGowan going to pick up his first. And McDonald back to the line. Back of the iron, no good. So Gavin, short, can't get it to go. Oh, it's going to be tipped back in there. Going to be, I guess we're going to give that one to Hargrove. Hargrove going to get that tip in. 11-point lead now for the Dragons, 30-19, 5:45 to go in the third. Curtis and White. Back over here now. White, send it back down into the quarter. Harris, White. To the far side, driving down the side. Richardson, nice drive by Richardson. Rolls off of the rim, but a good rebound by McGowan. Can't get it to go. Ball still loose. The ball still on the floor. McDonald picks it up, going to find Scarborough out in front of everybody. Scarborough can't pick up the loose ball, but finally does. Misses the shot. Rebound coming out is White. He just never did get a good handle on the ball. I think that threw off his timing. White with a nice job going back up the floor the other way, and he'll have now 6 points in the ball game. And as he scores to make it a 30-21 game, 5:09 to play here into the third quarter. And we're going to get a timeout by Coach Williams. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take one with him. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Alrighty, folks, back here. 5:09 to play in the third. 30-21, Shelbyville with the lead. Important ball game here for the playoffs. Big time. Murray throwing it up ahead here to McDonald. McDonald catches it out of bounds on the high inbound play. Good job here on the defense by the Tigers, causing the turnover as they're trailing by 9 here, trying to chip away with 5 minutes to play into the third. Left side, White's back out here to Curtis. Curtis back to White. 3 ball off the mark. Rebound comes out here by Richardson. Nice job by Richardson. Richardson takes it right back in. He's got 3 points. Richardson takes it right back in there on the miss. And now full court pressure here by the Tigers. Bounce pass up here to Murray. Murray trying to work here against Harris. Harris trying to do everything he can to make sure he don't get that 4th foul. And Scarborough going to get it across the timeline here. Bounce pass up to Jones. Jones works his way in at the rack, and a nice job. Dallas Jones gets the bucket. He scores. He had to work hard for that bucket. He was a little too far underneath where he had to reach back there and get the bucket to go. 32-23, 4:18 to play. Dragons with the lead. Curtis. Back over here to White. Tell you what, here in this third quarter, every time that the Tigers are kind of getting a little bit closer, the Dragons have found a way to stretch it right back out. 4 minutes to go here into the quarter. Back out here to White. White spin move in the lane. Jumper off the glass. Beautiful shot by White. He's got 8 points in the ball game. That was a great play. Up ahead, Hargrove. Hargrove, defense in there, and he gets tackled up underneath. And that's going to be Curtis. They're going to call the foul on Curtis. That's the first one on him. And the second one of the quarter as Fuller and Bennett check into the ball game. Curtis. So finally the Tigers getting their personnel right out here. Had a couple changing it out as Curtis and Richardson come out. Bennett onto the inbound here as Fuller checked into the ball game. On the inbound here, going to get it to Jones. It's going to be Cloudy calling a timeout here as he didn't like the way that his team was working on that offensive inbound set. 3:45 to play in the third. 32-25. Coach Cloudy calls a timeout. We'll take one with him. It's a full timeout. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindell.
Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in Center has the agents to take care of all your insurance needs. They remind you to update your policy after a life change, never put off the death policy conversation, and always have home insurance or renter's insurance. Whatever your insurance needs or questions are, or even if you need to make a payment, Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in Center.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here. We have some technical shots being charged against the Tigers here. And didn't really quite see what was going on here, but I think it came from the bench as Scarborough knocks down one, but not the other, so he gets 1 or 2 there. It's at 33-25, and the Dragons get the basketball, but it was a technical foul there against the Tigers. Like I said, folks, I didn't quite actually see what it was. I didn't see anything crazy out there, so I'm not quite sure what was going on. Maybe they had the 6 on the floor for too long. I don't know. But it was a technical foul nonetheless, and the Dragons get the basketball up by 8. 3:35 to go here in the third. Still a long way to go. McDonald driving the lane, dishing to Jones. Jones gets fouled on the way in, and Jones will head to the line for the Dragons. He's 1 for 2. It's Gavin McDonald trying to dish it out to him. So Dallas Jones stepping up to the line here as Curtis picks up his second foul. So Jones 1 for 2. He's got 3 points in the game. Oh, he can't get that one to fall back in. Here comes Jenkins and Pitts and Richardson as McDonald and Hargrove will check out here for Coach Cloudy, and Bennett will check out for Coach Williams on the other side there for the Tigers. 3:32 to go. Dallas Jones on the back half here, trying to give the Dragons a 9-point lead if he can knock it down. And it goes in and out. Rebound by McGowan. McGowan will drop it off here to Harris. Harris will bring it back up the floor for the Tigers. Send over here to the right side. McGowan dropping down. The ball's loose. Ball still on the floor. Wrangling up here, trying to pull it through. Jenkins. That's going to be a jump ball possession arrow. They'll stay with the Tigers. So White will be ready to bring it in here for West Sabine on the long inbound. Finds Curtis out on top. 3:15 to go in the third. Over to White. Left wing 3. Can I get it to go? Out of bounds. Back to the Dragons it goes. Neither team faring very well from that 3-point line at all here tonight as McDonald checks back in for Jenkins. The Dragons are 0 for 11. The Tigers are 0 for 7 at the 3-point line here into this one. 3:10 to go in the third. 8-point lead for the Dragons, and they're facing some full court pressure here. Murray gets it up ahead here. McDonald had to pick up his dribble, throws it up ahead here now to Murray. Murray driving to the right side of the lane. It's up and good. Hoop in the arm for Dallas Murray. 10-point lead, trying to make it 11 with 3 minutes to play. Jenkins right back in the ball game here. Coming in for Dallas Jones, playing good minutes for Coach Murray, or Coach Cloudy. Dallas Murray at the line. 3-point opportunity here. Murray can't get it to go. Rebound by Brian Scarborough, and he puts it right back up and score. 37-25, largest lead by the Dragons. 2:50 to go in the third. Bounce pass back over here now to the, please don't do that. Up ahead. It's going to be a steal. Oh, they're going to call a foul coming up the floor. It's going to be a foul on the Tigers. That's going to be on White. That will be the 15th foul on the Tigers of the quarters. 4 on White, and Jenkins to the line for the Dragons, and you can tell the Tiger fans not happy. .238 to go here as Jenkins trying to hit the back half and misses at the free throw line. Rebound comes down here by McGowan, dropping it off here to Harris. Harris with 2:34 to go. Up ahead, White dropping it back out. Curtis. Now Richardson. Oh, a nice job. Scarborough almost got another steal. White in the lane, puts it up at the elbow. Can't get it to go. McDonald with the rebound. Him and Harris fight for the rebound. And it's a jump ball, possession arrow to the Dragons. So Murray, okay, check it back in here. Swindle going to check back in the ball game as well as Pitts. Pitts, Swindle, Scarborough, Murray, McDonald for the Dragons. White, Harris, Richardson, Curtis, and McGowan for the Tigers. A nice long pass up ahead here to Scarborough. Scarborough blocked, but Swindle right there for the rebound, and it rattles out. Oh my goodness, that goes in and out. Toilet bowl right up out of there. Getting close to 2 minutes to go for the Tigers. They need a good possession here. Curtis with a nice drive to the right side. He takes it in and scores. 10-point ball game, 2 minutes to go in the third. Tigers have to be careful because they're going to put the Dragons at the line no matter what here for the final 2 minutes. They've already got 5 fouls. And that's a travel by McDonald, taking it down the lane. He gets called for the walk. Back to the Tigers the other way with 1:51 to go. Jenkins in the ball game here for Scarborough. As we get to the final minute 45 of the third quarter, 10-point lead here for the Dragons as White throws it back over. Richardson lining up for a 3. Oh, and it gets stuck. Well, I tell you, neither team, they're still trying to hit that 3, and I guarantee you, though, once one of them hits one of these 3s, it's going to probably start raining 3s around here. 0 for 8 for the Tigers, 0 for 11 for the Dragons. And it's Tiger basketball on the inbound. 1:41 to go. Looking to get it in. Finally get it into Richardson. Richardson bounce pass back out here to White at the left wing. Good defense there by Swindle. Good see man out there on the floor. No, he's been wanting to get out here for a while. Jacoby Harris with the drive down the side. He puts up the footer. He'll be fouled and he'll hit to the line as Harris goes to the line for the first time. And the Dragons get a foul here. That's number 2 on Jenkins as Harris goes to the line with a bucket and a half to play. End of the quarter. Oh, back in the iron, no good for Harris. Scarborough back into the ball game here for Jenkins. Coach Cotty doing a good job here on substitute, keeping everybody as fresh as you possibly can. This is very good. Rest of the Sabine Tiger team. Harris in and out onto the second one. Rebound by Swindle. And it's going to be a timeout here by Coach Cloudy, it looks like. So 1:25 to go, 37-27. Dragons with the lead, 30-second timeout. We will be right back here on the NETSN. Already after the timeout, 1:20 to go. Once Scarborough comes across the timeline for the Dragons. Well, let's send it over here to McDonald. He'll come across the timeline for the Dragons. Now back to Scarborough. Bounce pass down over to Pitts to the right side. Pitts stopping and popping. And he's going to get called for the offensive foul, throwing that elbow. And Pitts going to pick up his. Is that his second or third? Here comes Jenkins back in here. And that's for Swindle. Well, I was going to call that one on Swindle. That's number 2 on him. Okay. There's first one. I'm sorry. That's what I thought. I didn't think I had one on him a while ago. Now they got the scoreboard right. First one on Swindle. It's a turnover back to the Tigers with about a minute to go here into the third, trading by 10. And we're going to get a full timeout. Looks like the Tigers are going to take a full timeout with 1:05 to go. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
A lot of us do our banking at Shelby Savings Bank because it's our hometown bank, but it's also a thoroughly modern bank featuring online banking, mobile banking, paperless statements, deposit-taking ATM machine. All that in my hometown bank? Yes, because it's a bank for your modern hometown. Shelby Savings, member FDIC, equal housing lender. What do you know about Tammy Steptoe Realty, with the exception of the fact that she's the #1 realtor in the area? Take another look. Red, white, and black. Ever notice some other places are red, white, and black? Ever put that together? Tammy Steptoe Realty, so proud of the Shelbyville Dragons.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down-home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down-home stuff to down-home storage. That's what I did.
All right, folks, back here as you see Joe on the clock right there, the Farmers State Bank clock up here in Shelbyville. 37-27, 105 to go. It will be Tiger basketball there right around the half-court line. Ready to bring it in here after the timeout. And we'll get close to the end of the third quarter. 1 minute to go and a 10-point lead here for the Dragons, 37-27. Tigers have the basketball. And the Tigers, like I said, they've tried to cut into this lead a couple times, but the Dragons done a really good job trying to find a way to get it right back up to the lead once again. That was a miss there by Harris. And Swindle comes out of the way. The ball's taken away. Nice job there by White to make the steal. Gives it up here to Curtis. Curtis, jumper in the lane, and it's good. 6 points now for Curtis. And it's now under 10, now to 8. 37 seconds to go. And here come the Dragons, and they're going to be facing some tight defense here by the Tigers. Send it over here to Murray. Murray, Swindle, back out here now to Gavin McDonald. McDonald driving in the lane, driving. Offensive foul by McDonald. Standing in there taking the punishment is McGowan, and McDonald commits the foul. Offensive foul here. Here comes McDonald up there a little bit gimpy. And Pitts going to come out, going to get a quick offensive timeout. 26 seconds to go here. McDonald, hopefully going to be okay. Come up there a little bit gimpy there on that ankle. Turnover back to the Tigers. Have a chance to get a little bit closer here before the end of the quarter. Down to about 20 seconds to go once Curtis comes across the timeline for West Sabine. They'll have a chance to get it to within 7, maybe even a little bit closer. White, 10 seconds to go. Over to Richardson, back to White. 6 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go. Richardson, 4 seconds to go, 3 seconds to go. White, 1 second to go. Shot thrown up, but it will not go. Definitely not the possession that Coach Williams wanted to have there to end that quarter, but a good job by the defense there for the Dragons. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter on the way. NETSN.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
All right, so to the fourth quarter we go. The Dragons have a 37-29 lead here over West Sabine in a very, very important district game here. Getting close to the bottom of the season for both of these teams needing wins here tonight. So here we go to the start. Scarborough going to steal the inbound here. And Scarborough going to take it to the racket off the glass. And it rolls out for him. It won't go. McGowan with the rebound. And here come the Tigers with a chance to cut the lead. Up the floor here. Curtis over to White. White, 3-ball from the right side. It will not go. The rebound comes back out here. Here's Jacoby Harris over to the left. Back out on top to White. White spin move into the free throw line. Bounce pass. Oh, a little too far out for the reach for Harris. And it's a turnover by the Tigers. So McDonald, good to see him back in the game as he was a little gimpy there toward the end of that third quarter on a play. Now he's back in here, rushing up into the paint, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Rebound by Pitts, drops it off to Jones. Jones can't get it, but he is fouled. And Dallas Jones back to the line. And the big man in the middle, he's 1 for 4 at the line. He'll step back up there here, shooting 2. That's number 3 on McGowan. 7:24 to go. And a chance to get it back up to 10 if Dallas can knock him down. He misses the first. 6 of 10 in that first half there for the Dragons, but in that third quarter, not faring very well since then. At the free throw line. Second one on the way for Jones. Gets it to roll home. So 29-38, 7:20 to go. White pushes it up the floor here to finds Curtis. Curtis over to the left. Now Richardson back out on top. Curtis trying to drive to the right side of the lane. Stopped there by Pitts. Back out here down to Richardson. Richardson puts it on his knee. Carries it through. Nice play there by Richardson. He's got 5. Back to a 7-point lead here for the Dragons as we get down to 7 minutes to go. McDonald across the line for the Dragons. Bring it up here against White. White. Now back out to Scarborough. Scarborough in the paint. That's a walk. Extra step there, and those are the things that the Dragons cannot do. With this lead, you cannot give the Tigers any other opportunity here. And a turnover like that, those unforced errors, it's not what the Dragons need. But here come the Tigers right back up the floor. Looking to cut into this 7-point lead. Curtis out here on top. Send over to White, here to the right side. 6.5 to go. Richardson for 3. Oh, and it goes in and out. Rebound here for Jones. Back up the floor now come the Dragons. Here's Pitts, and he is hit, and hit hard. And that's going to be a foul there on White. That'll be number 4, I believe. Coach Cloudy wanted a little bit more of an aggressive foul on that one, but no call is a good foul. 6:20 to go. Dragons have the basketball after the foul. They get it inbound to here to Pitts. No foul on the play, just gonna say knocked that out of bounds. It's gonna be Dragons basketball. McDonald trying to take him on the dribble. Gavin trying to lose the handle on it. Looks like McGowan might have got a piece of it. 6 minutes to go. Pitts gonna pick up the foul. That's number 3 on him. That's the second one on the Dragons here into the quarter with 6:03 to play. White over here to the right side. Under 6 to go, down here to Harris. Harris trying to drive in, puts up the floater in there, toilet bowls home. Harris, 7 points, now makes it a 5-point lead for the Dragons. So we get down to 5:40 to go in the game. Up ahead here now to Scarborough. Richardson gonna pick up that foul. That's number 3 on him. Second team foul on the Tigers. Out of bounds play coming up here for the Dragons. They'll get it in here to McDonald in the backcourt. McDonald has it taken away by White. White, offensive foul. No, that's going to be a defensive foul. I thought he was going to call it the other way, but that's going to be against McDonald. And that's the second one here on McDonald. That puts White at the line. He's 2 for 5. 2 for 6 at the line, sorry. 2 for 6 at the line is White. And trying to get it a little bit closer here as they've got it to down with them 5. As White can't get the first one to go. Outscoring it 4-1, trying to make it 5-1 here. As White can't get the second one to fall. Misses them both. Here comes Scarborough, back up to 4 with 5.5 to play, and the Dragons need a good offensive possession here. Only 1 point in this first 2.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. McDonald down here on the left side, back out to Scarborough, out on top. Scarborough in the paint, bounce pass to Jones, too far down underneath. Bounce around out of play. Dragon basketball looks like. Too many people down there for him to point to, and he'll run into some cheerleaders. Out of play to the Dragons with 5:14 to go. Inbound. Dallas Murray gets the bucket. He's got 6, back up by 7. Go to Dragons. We get down to 5 minutes to play as White comes across the timeline for the Tigers. White down here in the corner now to Harris. Harris back out to White here to the right side. White, nice spin move in the lane, puts up the shot off the glass. Another good shot there by White. He's got 10. Back to 5, 40-35, 4:40 to go. Scarborough in the paint, dropping it off. He's going to be picking up a foul on the way in. And I think they're going to call that one on McGowan. If it is, that's number 4 on him. So you got White and McGowan both before. Harris picked up his 3rd foul halfway through the first quarter, and he's back out there. He didn't have been back out there since the second half. But I'll tell you what, he's done a good job here with not having any fouls picked up here by Jacoby after he picked up those 3 in that early first quarter. So that's number 4 on McGowan. And a 5-point lead, 40-35. As Jarek Hargrove's going to get ready to check back into the ball game here. coming in for Pitts. So Hargrove in the ball game. Dragon basketball as McDonald will be ready to bring it in. McDonald looking for the inbound. Bounce pass, that's going to go off of, Scarborough. Looks like he might have got stepped on there. He's going to be okay. Out of bounds, stays with the Dragons. McDonald looking to get it in here. Does find Scarborough. Scarborough launching for three. Gets it to go home. Bryant Scarborough, the first three of the ball game by either team, and it's back up to an 8-point ball game for the Dragons. 4:20 to go. 1 of 12 to three-point line. It rattles home, and here's trying to answer back as Harris, and that one goes out for the Tigers. Rebounded by the Dragons. Long pass up ahead. Ill-advised pass right there, and White loses the handle on it. Throws it up ahead, though. That was McGowan, but a good job by White to pick it up. Can't finish at the rack. Hargrove with the rebound. Finds McDonald. 4 minutes to go. And Coach Cloudy is going to call a timeout on the floor with right at 4 minutes to play. So Cloudy's going to call a timeout. I got a full timeout. 43-35. Dragons with the lead. 4 minutes to go. We'll be right back in this exciting basketball game on NETSN.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready to go after the timeout. 4 minutes to play. Dragons up by 8 in this very big district basketball game here tonight in Shelbyville for both teams, especially for the Dragons, though. Here's Scarborough, too strong. Won't go. Rebound, bounce around, finally into the hands of Jacoby Harris. Here come the Tigers, back up the floor, need a good bit. Harris drives right down. Oh, off the side of the rack, it won't go. Oh, that was just unfortunate there for Jacoby. It just rolls right out. McDonald carrying the basketball, turns it right back over with 3:33 to play. Good carry. So the McDonald clan over there not liking that call, but that was a little bit of a carry right there. 3.5 to go, and man, I tell you, I love this atmosphere. This is great right here. Bounce pass underneath here to Harris. Harris trying to string it in. He can't get a foul. Ball gets thrown out. He step on the line. It's going to be a turnover by the Tigers. The Dragons to get it back. As he stepped on the line there after the miss. 3:18 to go. Tigers having a hard time of it here. At the rack here, last couple of possessions. Here come the Dragons right up the floor. Scarborough in the paint, loses the handle on the basketball. White goes up here to Jacoby Harris. Harris to the rack, and he gets it to roll in. I'll tell you what, if Dallas Brody wasn't there, probably would have seen a big slam going down. Foul on to the Tigers. And that's going to be number 5 on White, who's going to have to check out the ball game. Very good player here for Coach Williams. 10 points. White has to check out on his 5th foul. So here comes Fuller into the ball game. They were trying to say he had 4, but I'm just going off the scoreboard. He had 4, and then there's the 5. So we got an official timeout with 3:04 to go. All right, so here's what's going to happen, folks. We're going to leave it right here and talk a little bit about what's going on right now. All right, so we got 3:04 left in this one. Still got a few games left here on the guys' side for the basketball season. The girls are just about ready to wrap up. Their playoffs are going to be starting coming up here next week. So we'll see how that all comes about. Right now, we're taking a look for which game we want to definitely go to on Tuesday, and it could be that we're going to be in St. Augustine. For St. Augustine and Shelbyville. That's what we're looking at right now. Not for sure as of yet, but we're looking at that. That may be where we're going to end up going. We'll see. Right now, we're going to look to see what is going to be everything going on. There's all kinds of great games going on next week. Here we go after the timeout. And unfortunately, White has checked out of the ball game here. Bounce pass up underneath. And that's going to be a walk on Dallas Jones. 3 minutes to play. And the Dragons hanging on to a 6-point lead right now. But the Tigers have the basketball. As Harris will get it on the inbound here to Curtis. Jared Hargrove getting ready to check back in for the Dragons. 2:50 to go. As the Tigers looking to have a good shot here. Curtis, long range three, knocking it down. First three of the ball game for Curtis. And the Tigers close it to a 3-point ball game with 2:40 to play. Here comes McDonald trying to get across the timeline. Over to the far side of Murray. Murray saves it. Well, I tell you, that was close. Not a good pass there. Goes off his hands there as Jones comes up here to gather that up, but he might have been fouled by Harris onto that one. Now they're going to call that on McGowan. That's number 5 on McGowan. He'll have to check out of the ball game after fouling out with 3 points. Dallas Jones back to the line. He's 2 for 6. And Bennett will check into the ball game here for McGowan after he picks up his 5th foul. So 2:29 to go. And McGowan has now checked out for the Tigers. So Jones back at the line. Back of the iron, no good. Here comes Hargrove into the ball game as Pitts checks out with 2:29 to go. This is where it's really important to hit these free throws. Got to knock them down here, especially late, and the game is close. Back half from Jones. Good. Here come the Tigers back up the floor now. Give it to Harris, 2:20 to go. Back to Curtis, launcher for 3. Funa after miss, hit that first one, it's off the mark. McDonald with the rebound, 4-point lead here for the Dragons. Pulls it back out, 2:15 left to go as the Dragons working around the perimeter. Scarborough back out here to McDonald. Getting close to 2 minutes to go. Scarborough trying to drive in the lane, kicking it back, a nice pass here to Hargrove. Over the head pass, that was pretty nice. 2 minutes to go as the Dragons try to play a little stall ball here. Up by 4. McDonald loses the handle on the basketball coming in. And then McDonald's going to commit the foul. Falling down. The Dragons have lost handle on the basketball, taking it down the lane multiple times here tonight. And that's going to be a foul there on McDonald. Number 3 on Gavin. As Pitts will check into the game here for Gavin. 1:46 to go. At the top of the bench, Jacoby Harris. We're ready to bring it in here for the Tigers. Harris on the inbound now to Curtis. Across the timeline with 1:40 to go. Harris, a nice little steady step. He loses hand on the basketball coming out. And off of the hands of, are they going to say it's Tiger basketball or Dragon basketball? All right, so we got a timeout is what we got. 1:40 to play in the ball game. 44-40. The Dragons have the lead. We got a timeout by the Tigers. It's a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back. NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
All righty, folks, back here onto the inbound for the Tigers, looking to get it in. They find Harris up underneath. He's going to be fouled by Jones under there. And that'll be number 4 on the Dragons, number 3 on Jones. And 1:39 to go, and out of bounds play here for the Tigers. Next one, the Tigers will be on the line. The Dragons already in the bonus. 5 fouls onto the Tigers already. Inbound here to Fuller. Fuller back across. Finds Harris over to the left side. 1:30 to go. Harris blocked away there. Jones going to pick up his 4th foul. That's kind of a late whistle there, but gets a piece of Harris, and Harris going to go to the line. Jacoby, 9 points into the ball game. 7 to the line here. He's 0 for 2 at the free throw line, as it is 1:32 to go, and Jones commits his 4th foul, and no good here for Harris off the back of the iron. Here comes Hargrove in for Jenkins for Coach Cloudy. 1:32 to play, and Harris back half trying to get it to 3, and does. Dragons facing full court pressure. Get it in here to Murray. Murray back to Scarborough. Scarborough gets it up ahead. 3-on-3 basketball. Scarborough in the paint. Puts it up and won't go, but he'll go to the line. Will Scarborough. He's 3 for 4 at the line so far tonight. So that's number 2 here on Bennett. Scarborough. Oh, can't get it to go. Both teams missing at that free throw line here tonight, late. So trying to put him back up here, and Scarborough gets it to roll home. So back up to a 4-point lead here. Tigers have the basketball. Scarborough checks out. Hargrove back in. 1:20 to play. Harris here to the right. Harris looking for some room. Jump shot, can't get it to go. Murray with the rebound for the Dragons, getting down to 1:10 to go. McDonald coming across the line here, finds Murray. Murray in the paint, pushes it up ahead here. Jones loses a handle on it, ball's loose. 1 minute to go. Here comes Curtis. Curtis throws it back out here. Harris, that's a walk. I thought he was going to call that. I wasn't for sure, but I thought he was going to, and he does. And 55 seconds to play, and the Dragons get it back here on the turnover by the Tigers. Trying to hang on here for a 4-point lead and a 4-point win for the Dragons. Inbound, finding Jones. Jones finds McDonald down here in the corner to the left side. Double team, throws it back out on top to Murray. Murray, back to McDonald. Back out to Scarborough. Scarborough working here against Curtis. Scarborough almost has it picked there. Scarborough inside the free throw lane. Short jumper, throws in. Does Brian Scarborough, gets it to roll home. 6-point lead, 30 seconds to go for the Dragons. Here come the Tigers, 47-41. Harris, free ball, left wing, won't go. Rebound by Bennett, back out. Fuller, right wing, free ball, won't go. Rebound for the Dragons, it's McDonald. Over across the timeline, 10 seconds to go. He's going to be fouled by Bennett. Number 3 by Bennett, and that'll put Gavin McDonald at the line with 9 seconds to go. 3 of 8 at the line for Gavin McDonald here tonight. G-Mac, good. Seven-point, trying to make it 8. Pretty much can seal the deal here. Only 9 seconds to go. It won't go, but Bennett gets the rebound. Up ahead now to Curtis. 6 seconds to go. Half-court shot. Won't go. 3 ball. Will not happen. Dragons win 48-41. Big win here for the Dragons. One they really, really needed. And they played a very tough West Sabine Tiger team here and come out here with a victory here tonight in Shelbyville. Big win here for the Dragons. We'll be right back. Aurora Contest post-game show coming up.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. A and we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here, and we're getting ready to we're back here ready to wrap it up here in your Aurora Concepts post-game show as the Dragons win it 48-41 over West Sabine, and the Tigers here tonight. What a great win for the Dragons. That's one they really, really needed, and they took it to got a win over a very, very tough West Sabine Tiger squad here tonight. So, Aurora Concepts post-game show wrapping it up as the Dragons win it 48-41. The Dragons go 1 of 12 at the three-point line, 11 of 27 at the charity stripe. Leading all scores for the Dragons was Scarborough. He had 17. 14 for McDonald, 2 for Pitts, 6 for Murray, 4 for Hargrove, and 5 for Jones was the scoring there for the Dragons. For Coach Williams' squad, they went 1 of 17 at the three-point line, 6 of 19 at the charity stripes. It was White and Harris both with 10. 3 points there for McGowan, 9 for Curtis, 5 for Richardson, and 4 for Bennett in the ball game. For my players of the game here tonight, going to go with Bryant Scarborough for the Dragons. Had a really good game, ended up with 17 points out there. Good job there by Bryant. And going to go with Whites for the Tigers as my player of the game here for the West Sabine Tigers here tonight. That's going to wrap it up here for us, folks. We'll see you on Tuesday night for more basketball here on NETSN as we get ready for the playoffs. Hope everyone has an awesome, blessed, and wonderful night. We're out here, folks. Bye-bye.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NETSN. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.